Hey folks, I'm Aaron, welcome to Lowe's Joinery. Today I'm going to do a quick little review on this, the ks60. It's coming up. Okay then guys, so reason for this video is somebody is absolutely hounding me on the comments and they just won't leave me alone night and day. I just keep getting messages and messages. Only joking. Reason for this video is somebody had just dropped a comment and just said that they've sold the saw which I had, which I absolutely love, and they've moved on to, or they want to move on to the Festool kapex, and they just wanted my input on it. So I'm going to do a quick little look at the saw, see what I think, and then just give you a quick over review on the thing really. So yeah, so flip around and we'll have a quick look. That's not the saw, that's my new lathe. Okay then guys, so I was going to do this review a long time ago, but I couldn't be arsed. I was going to do this review a long time ago, but to be honest, I like to use my tools before I put a review out. Hence why it was absolutely ages after I had the METABO KGS254 Plus before I actually put a review out, because it's just nice to get a feel, get a use to the machine, pick up its habits, the dislikes and likes and that. So yeah, that's the reason I haven't put this out straight away, but I've had it for a few months now, and I feel like I can give a bit of an honest review on it. So let's get cracking. So we're looking at the ks60 Festool kapex ks60. You've got straight off the motor, you've got variable speed. The rails are forward facing, so you can have this close up to the wall, hence the reason for me buying it. And they slide absolutely, they slide easy. They just, honestly, so smooth, it's unreal. Could do that all day. I think I will. I wonder if I get paid for it. At the back, just get the camera around for you lot. So at the back you've got this little star-shaped wheel, which obviously you spin, and then that releases the tension to push this little lever button here, and what that does is enables you to do your bevels. It has got a preset at 0, but I don't believe there is any presets on it for anything else. But you just have to do that manually. It is a double bevel machine as well, which for me is quite important. And that's quite fiddly to get to be honest. Especially if you do have it close to the wall. It is set in a little bit with that angle, but it's still a bit of a pain to get to. I believe the 120, you can turn it. There's a little turn on the rail, so which is a nice feature. You've got 60 degrees cut left and right. All you do is loosen the wheel off at the front, pull the releasing lever up, and that will go to all the presets on there. Obviously goes to 60 left and 60 right. There is a button that you can pull down, and then that will stop you going into them presets, or detents, whatever they call them. I don't know, I'm not a Festool mad person. Just before we go any further guys, false information. Undo the nut at the front, the wheel, the knob, not me. And you don't pull it down. I don't know why I told you that, because I don't know. Unscrew that, pull it up and across. Put it up and across, and then that takes any of the presets away then, so you can dial something in quite tight if it's close to a preset. But I never use that, that's why I didn't know.
Arr, I don't know what I'm doing.
Coming down to the bed of the machine, you've got 2 movable fences, which obviously you would need to take out when you are doing your bevel, because the bar catches, so you need to get rid of those for a full 45 cut, or at least move them way out of the way. You undo these 2 little screws here, and that releases the side extensions. Overall, the whole saw is really small. Obviously, when I picked it up, compared to my old one, which from back to rail, which would come out probably to about there on the whole rail, with the rails and the whole saw and everything, this one literally 700 or 27.5 in old money, which, you know, pretty much a nice standard bench. So it does fit in a small workshop really well. The first thing that I noticed, which was a little niggle for me, was when cutting anything on there, and you obviously get them out the way. When you mark something, and I was cutting, I'd find this rail, because it's forward facing and I've never used a forward facing rail saw, it would actually hinder, I couldn't see the cut. I'd have to either get down or eye it up in this little gap. So you got your reference line, wherever you want to cut, and as you would stand at the saw like this, that rail would pretty much block the view of that. So when you're looking, because you look here, the saw blocks it, and when you're looking this way, that rail blocks it. But to be honest, you just get used to either sighting it from the back or just looking down like that. So what else would somebody want to know if they're buying the saw? Well, they'd want to know it's free, but it's not. Makes your pockets full of this. So I suppose you want to see a few cuts on the mitre saw. So, cut through oak like hot knife through butter. Obviously cuts through the MDF like a piece of cake. It is a really nice saw. The stock blade is absolutely spot on. To be honest, there's not really much I can say about it, to be honest. You got this is the ks60. So that's the 60mm cut. Depth of cut, you got the 120, and I think there's a 88 or 80, I don't know. But for me, this was in my price bracket, so that's the one we went for. If I'm being honest, personally I would like a laser. It's an added extra, like everything. I believe it's about £45 off Tinternet, so I think I will be upgrading. I think you take the whole of this out, little section there, unscrew that, and then the laser comes through this bit here, which gets replaced with the laser line, and it's the double wall, which will eliminate that issue with the front facing bars. So the top handle takes a little bit of getting used to. As before, I was used to a downward one like that, as opposed to holding my hand, and you do have to really reach over to get that. It's not as if it's there. It's quite a little niggle. It's not really that much of an issue, but you know, I think it's purely all just getting used to, because the other saw was completely different in every aspect, size and operation wise and everything. So that's purely just me getting used to the saw. But obviously, one thing just to take into account, some people really don't like using it like that. Got a trenching feature on here. You pull your arm down, there's a little green switch. If it's green on the Festool, it does something. I don't know what, but it does something. That locks it down for transportation. When you're looking at the extraction, if you can, try and get the Festool one, because it literally just goes in cushy little turn, and then that's locked in there, that ain't going nowhere, which is really nice, because on the old saw it was forever falling out. And when there's a fresh bag in the extractor, it's pretty much dust free. It is really good for the shop, really good. So for me, that's what I'm paying for, you know. Of course, there are other saws on the market. I'll put a link in the description to a few which I was looking at the point of purchasing this. And there's another one which caught my eye, which Keith Brown from the Rag and Bone, Keith Brown from the Rag and Bone Brown has just had a HIKOKI one, and that looks really nice. So I'll be interested to see what that's like. I mean, on a whole, folks, really good saw. When I did see it, I did think, oh my God, it's a bit small, I'm going to struggle. But it's eaten everything I've thrown at it. Literally everything. I've had oak in there up to a couple of inch thick. It's just, you know, you take it steady and it's just ate through the lot. So I hope this video helps. I really do hope it helped. If I've missed anything off, if there's any other information which I didn't put in the video and you do want, just drop me a comment or even private message me. I put all my contact details in the description. So I hope this video sort of helps anybody that is looking into the saw, the mitre saw sort of range of things. And to be honest, the whole nostalgia of having a Festool in your shop is quite nice, isn't it, really? Don't care what people say. People call you brand whores and that, but I'm not a whore. How much you offering? Obviously, it's all down to what your shop wants, what your shop needs, and what you want as well, you know. But as always, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it's helped you. If you're new on the channel, thank you. I love you loads. I love all my subscribers very much. I love you. Give it a thumbs up. If you did, if you haven't, if you're not already, please consider subscribing. It means the world to me. Drop a comment, share it amongst your friends. And until the next one, lads, ladies, and whoever else is watching, enjoy. See you later.